Hello? Ah, ah. No, did not work. Is it working now? Okay, it looks like it's working now. Okay. Hello, hello, it's me. I'm back with Problem Sleuth. Hello, hello. Been a while. Huh. Oh, I'm super zoomed in on this. Okay, that's why that's weird. Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I think I got this going. Really has been a while. Nice avatar. Thank you. I paid I bought a customizable model from I forgot what it's called, but oh wait, I forgot to put in my description on the stream actually. That is not what I'm supposed to do. That is not cool. Actually. So I actually am gonna change that. I just have to remember how to use YouTube. That, that's good enough. Yeah. From Kia. I am Kyoko. Okay. Problem is it's a really fun read. I'm surprised it took you so long to start it. I am I'm a little surprised too. Oh, okay. Part of the reason why I was thinking about reading this just on my own time, and wasn't 100% sure if that is what I should have done. Was either read on my own time or on stream, and the mini debate inside my head ended up taking so long. I just decided to do it on stream and just get it done. But at the end of Homestuck, it's important to finish it before Homestuck. And after reading just a little bit of it, Homestuck really is just takes a lot from Problem Sleuth. And I'm kind of surprised by the amount, actually. I think Problem Sleuth handles certain things better so far. In a more fun way, and I may be biased towards the like detective genre, the noir genre type like style parody of it, compared to like the old game like style of Homestuck. Yeah. Really looking forward to the dubiously canon works. I am. I'm also looking for another thing I'm looking maybe the most forward to is seeing the how other people do the ending of Homestuck. I hear a lot of people don't like how Homestuck ends, and I'm really curious to see how other people's endings are and what they didn't like and how they want to fix what they believe is wrong. You got about 2% of the comic remaining, and next time can be the paid for stuff. And everything about the ending and the grand scheme of Homestuck. Like early Midnight Crew stuff. Okay. Hmm. I'm really. I've heard bad things about the ending. It's like one of the few things I've heard about Homestuck is people not liking the ending. I don't know why, and it's kind of been on my mind while I'm reading Homestuck, and I'm scared I'm not gonna like the ending. Some of the way I talk about Homestuck to my friends and things I wouldn't like to happen in the ending, they kind of react a certain way, and I'm not too sure if it's them just trying to be weird with it, just to like throw me off. But I'm a little worried I won't like the ending. My opinion without spoilers for either. This PS is more consistent, but HS has higher highs and lower lows. Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, the epilogues and beyond canon, it might be too soon. Love the ending, BTW. Oh yeah, I assumed you meant the epilogues and beyond canon. Uh, I might. I'm thinking about waiting a little bit after I finish Homestuck before starting those. I want to like. I want to give my a more structured kind of opinion on my thoughts on Homestuck after I'm done, and kind of re-go over some stuff and rethink about certain things. Discuss discuss it with I guess I guess Gallivanter's Ascent and Gerbos a little bit. I like and dislike different aspects of the last parts. The ending was awesome. Okay. Yeah. I want to dis I wanted to form stronger maybe not stronger opinions, but more put together thoughts on things. I guess stronger would be the right term. Yeah. I'm not too sure how fast I could put something together with my full thoughts. What? I am hmm, what do I want to say? I feel uh I feel weird about being this close, being almost finished with the Homestuck main comic. I feel weird because it's I've read it pretty quick, but it still felt like a fairly long read for what I'm used to, and I'm not too sure how I'm gonna feel afterwards, just because it's like, oh, it's over now, and I can't imagine how that felt for people who like stuck with the comic for what is that 2009 to 2016. So what? So 7 years. Hmm. And then I kind of wonder if is it better to have an ending you don't like to a comic or to not have an ending at all? It's like a lot of manga I read still ongoing. They go on hiatus. Some never end. Like Nana, that's never gonna end. You're never gonna get a full ending on that. But that doesn't take away from how good Nana is. Never got around to post canon, but from what I have heard, I would probably hate it. Interesting. Rereading will put it all in context, but also there's new stuff to think about. New stuff I like and dislike. I'm like so close to finishing Homestuck. It feels a little surreal. So I've mentioned this like way like when I started Homestuck is I've I've spent time thinking about trying to get into it when I was like younger. And let's see, I think every time when I was younger, let's see, I probably got maybe this far into the comic and it's like it's not my vibe. When I was younger and probably like late middle school, early high school, mid high school, I always got to about the same parts. I think it must have been around this area. I couldn't do it. Partially because I don't think I had super fast internet at the time, and some pages took a while to load and not long, but like a noticeable time to make it kind of feel annoying. And I was also like a little shit, so you know. Hmm. I can't remember the first ever got when I was younger. I've read like very little at the beginning, multiple times. Probably the first time I ever opened Homestuck was actually probably. I guess it probably would have been towards 2014 or 2015 when I first tried looking at it. Uh, I like um I like trying to get into things before they end because it lets you be a part of at least the ending hype of a long journey without having to be part of the long journey. Uh, for example, I'm thinking about trying to catch back up to One Piece. Admittedly, I have read like 400 or 500 chapters of One Piece. I've watched like 400 some episodes of One Piece, maybe 300 some. I read it like up until I think the end of Water 7 on One Piece. Something about like the long journey. It's like it's fun to be a part of it, but then after so many years, it's kind of builds itself up to such a degree. It makes it uncomfortable when you get towards the ending. It's like, wow, all these years are leading up to this one moment, and it makes it difficult to read some things sometimes. One of my favorite things to be part of was Interloper. The ending was a bit dumb in hindsight. The whole series was so exciting. What is Interloper? Inter. I spell. I might have spelled that. I might have spelled that wrong. Oh, I think I did actually. A series. Oh, it's an interesting ARG web series about a fictional Half-Life 2 console commands that generates various videos. It gets really deep. Is this an ARG like an, or is it actually just a web series? I think things about it being a web an ARG. ARGs or something. I miss looking at ARGs. Alternate reality games. Not a web series, but it became an ARG later. Oh, okay. Who's that? Who's that YouTuber I used to watch? He would talk about fun ARGs he'd look at. That Dark Mind? Night Mind? I think it's Night Mind. Yeah, Night Mind. Oh wow, he's still popping these out. I haven't watched him in like probably. Oh wow, I haven't watched this guy in like years actually. Like I actually watched him. Was it his "Don't hug me, I'm scared" thing he did a long time ago? Oh, it was probably. Oh my gosh, I especially remember Nightmind because he's a huge furry. Ah, honestly, I wasn't aware of that part, but I could see it. Um, yeah. I guess I stopped watching him probably like 8 years ago. It would have been like is that when he peaked, or did he peak more? Or he doesn't get more viewers more recently? Okay, I guess I watched him when he was in his peak of like views and things, or I guess I stopped watching before he hit his peak. I guess I was there for on his up and up. No, no, I was at his peak. These ones have millions. Never mind. Yeah. And then I stopped watching. Oh, okay. What time is it? Okay, I better start home. Problem sleuth. Okay, okay. What happened last? I did try to get in Homestuck back around 2014, 2015, thanks to a to a fan fiction you read. I wasn't able to keep up with it because I was a teenager with with a short attention span. Every few months, I have an ARG phase and go back to Nightmind stuff. Oh, that's how I feel about Fred. What's that guy's name? Oh, down the rabbit hole guy, Frederick Kunzen, Nudston. I don't know how to say this name. This guy's. Oh wow. I missed one of his videos. I guess I missed two of his videos. I don't keep up with him fully, but I really like down the rabbit hole. This guy's fucking cool. You know, I think I probably had a better attention span when I was like a younger than I do when I'm now. As an adult, I feel like when I was younger, I had a much better attention span. Hmm. Did I? I think I did. Uh, down the rabbit hole. This guy's really cool videos. Uh, this video right here is his Eve Online one. It's 6 hours of just the Eve Online like lore, and this was a fucking good ass video. I was wondering how. I was waiting for his next video, seeing how long it was gonna take, and see this released. I think in the winter. I was at work and I was setting up Christmas lights. I had to like punch Christmas lights into a into strips. Bro, now the rabbit hole is super hit or miss for me. He either makes videos about extremely overplayed and uninteresting things, or the most mind blowing shit ever. Could have been also been a lack of patience. It's way easier for me. It's way easier for me to read long content as an adult. I can't remember what this thing's called that I want to look at. Oh wait, I could just type in Mega Tree Kit. Type in Mega Tree Kit, and it should pull up what I want to see. Like, actually, it doesn't. That's. I'll go to Wally's lights. I want to like just show what I was doing for 3 million days and 3 million hours in the winter 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I can't find what I was looking for. I don't know. I don't know what they're called. I just did what I was told. I didn't like bother uh caring what they were. Boss said do it, and I was like, all right, I'm doing this. Huh. Okay. I I'm a little hurt that I can't find what I'm looking for. A little bit. I guess show something. Um I was putting like controllable Christmas lights together, and you punch these little like tips into these like black hard plastic strips to make them straight and evenly spaced. So you can play like animations, make them do what you want to do. And you set them up a certain way and you just keep punching them through these hard plastic strips to make like a Christmas like a big tree. Like it's kind of like this, except for instead of being a block like a square, it's just like one line of these, and you push these tips into these holes and they like lock in. And I spent like hours just doing this over the course of a couple of weeks. Um, like I watched an entire Eve Online video just punching these into like these little holes, and I just spent over and over and over. Fingers hurt at the end. Really cool when it was done. Felt like it was worth it. This right here is like a matrix. You can like plug all these into these, and you can play your own. You can play your own custom like animations on it, or like more complex animations of just like lines and things. Because this is essentially like how a TV works, right? A TV is essentially a matrix of mini tiny LEDs because I can't say mini LEDs because mini LEDs is actually a term for like displays nowadays. It seems pretty cool. Mini LEDs seem, I think mini LEDs seem cooler than OLED displays. Um, uh, okay, yeah, I'm getting way off top. Okay, that and okay. Now I'm continuing my read of Problem Sleuth. Something interesting. Okay, sorry, I'm going a little off topic here. Back in my day, if you spell something wrong, you get called out it instantly. Uh, and like, I was surprised I wasn't. I called a couple things. I think I spelled Problem Sleuth wrong in a YouTube post. I thought I did. I didn't get called out. It surprised me. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm trying to remember what happened. Why are we at this computer now? Okay, what happened? Is this for that same puzzle that the other guy couldn't get through? Okay, this is Problem Sleuth. Dick. Oh yeah, we have Problem Sleuth, Dick, uh, PI, Pickle Investigator? I think so. Is it Ace Dick? AD? Yeah, Ace Dick. Okay. Because Dick is like another term for like detectives. Uh, this is complete bullshit. You have no idea what to do with this stupid mesh or how to solve this crisis. You resolve to find some help. Next. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually used like a game FAQ for walkthroughs. I think I've only ever used these to find cheats. I miss cheats in games. P.S. Open one of the walkthroughs. Oh, got some nice ASCII art. That actually his email? Introduction, items, weapons, storyline controls, game basics, walkthrough, boss, battle techniques, combat operation, character rating, hollow tomb locations, bonus candy corn, ogling guide, portal FAQ, weasel communion tips, do's and don'ts on diplomacy, sacred urn checklist, maps to mystic runes, problem sleuths case files, business card case files, business card walkthrough, codes and secrets, copyright, contact info, credits. Wow. Homestuck really just does take is just problem sleuth bar for bar until it's not, I guess. Huh. It's like so many repeat like things. One. Okay, I gotta zoom in on this. This kind of hurts my eyes trying to read this font like this. Uh, when it gets meta. Yeah. One introduction. So okay, this is the third MS Paint adventure called Problem Sleuth, and it's a little, okay, a lot longer than the other ones. One was like Bard's Question Jailbreak. It's also harder to solve with lots of puzzles and more hard-boiled lugs and nervous dames to save than ever. So hang in there and we'll go through the adventure together. It will take a lot of imagination and some vim, and yes, there's a little bit of pulchritude too. I feel like there was a version of MSPA early on, as if they were supposed to be like actual NES era video games and not comics. It just gets even more meta, but yeah, it just does it all again. 2. Version history. As with every other guide that I've wrote, this guide is my own property. I happily made this for all to enjoy and to use. And all that I ask is that if you are planning on using this for your site, then ask me for permission, okay? I'm really easy to get along with and generally don't mind it so long as you ask for my permission first. Don't go thinking, oh, he'll never say okay. Let's just rip the guide and post it anyway. Because that's a flawed way of thinking. Just give it a shot sometime and you may be surprised. My email box is always open. Time to get started with the adventure at hand. I don't have okay, so I don't have like experience with like this type of thing, but I have experience with something called Mobile Fire. It's like League of Legends guides, and this gives me it reminds me of people write in Mobile Fire items. Key description or key description. You're quite sure there has never been a key on your desk and never will be. Location on PS's desk. Steal from Steal from Borthrax, Luthulu, Luthulu, Jelly Geist. Use with handgun bullets, max 6. Alchemy guide. 3 candy corn, 1 rubber tube, 2 elf hat equals 1 key. 1 key plus 8 drops of weasel snot plus 1 code machine equals 1 Tootsie Roll. Note, sells for 7 spondylix. I'm curious. Tuba. Description. Filthiest horn you've ever seen. You'd sooner press your blowhole to the dick of a rowdy leper. Leaper? Leper? PS. Location. PS's back room. Plus an elf princess's tower. Steal from level 86 Earl Molasses Fats Wraith. Use with horn polish. Fats painting. Lips plus melody plus soul alchemy guide. I was like, my mind told me this was like QU, and I was like so confused. Alchemy guide. 8 strands piano wire plus 6 glass shards plus 1 romance novel equals 1 tuba. 2 tuba plus 1 conch cushion plus 1 imaginary gramophone equals 1 sacred urn. Note, sells for 0 spondylux. 200 if properly polished. Oh. Salted melon. Description. Lusted after by hogkind. Nurtured protectively by Weasel Nation. Luscious. Mouth-watering contraband. Diplomatic quagmire. Clown Cottage. Oh, wait. Location. Weasel Orchard. Under NB's bed. Behind Speakeasy counter. In Clown Cottage. Inside PS's reel-to-reel machine. Inside Starsky's bust. Above dumbwaiter in PS's back room. Behind hot sauce still and dumpster in imaginary alley. In crawl space between HD and NB's room. Oh, that might have been loud. Steal from Weasels. Weasel King. Morthal Dryx Bone Guard Mounts. Use with mustard. A little horseradish. Eager Hog. Alchemy Guide. 1 machine gun plus 10,000 pez equal 1 salted melon. 10 salted melon plus 1 curtain rod plus 1 brass knuckles equals 1 refulgent horn? No, it sells for 3 spondylix. Chipotle pepper. Description. Hottest pepper this side of Rio Grande. Grande? Better have a strong stomach capacity before braving this vegetable. Location under Ace Dick's hat. Steal from Ace Dick. Use with hot sauce still. Alchemy guide. Scrolls down a ways. Hot food is an interesting thing. Like, there's a thing with hot food where it's so many people just want it to be as hot as possible, don't care about how it tastes, and you end up with some of the nastiest hot sauces you'll ever taste. But they do hurt. Like the one chip challenge, that chip is always the most disgusting chip you'll ever try. Walkthrough. Here's the complete walkthrough of this game from beginning to end. First room. Oh no, you're trapped. Yes, that's right. Get used to it. It happens a lot in this game. Anyway, so you're going to want to start messing around with a lot of stupid and useless sounding commands to waste as much time as possible and get nowhere. But I can help you get through some of this faster, saving you some time. But I will still be thorough, so you don't miss anything. Okay, here we go. Command. Quickly retrieve arms from safe. Try not to be fooled by the fact that the guy does not have arms. This will happen a lot in the game. You'll say where's his arms? Don't worry. He has them. It's just you can't see them usually. Try to resist asking where his arms are. Command, retrieve your gun. There are dames to be rescued. This is your. There is your gun sitting on your desk. It looks really tempting to pick up and shoot. Well, wait, not so fast. There's this weird glitch in the game that happens a lot. You'll see. It turns into a key. Okay. Next, let's see if we can do something about that door. P.S. Search for diplomacy. Sleuth diplomacy. Description. Allows you to acquaint recipients with your brand of diplomacy. Required character rating. Dapper Swain. Elf Tears 1. Weasel Snot 0. Hog Slop 0. Pie Filling 0. Attack Power 33. Brutal Affront 2%. Savage Upbraid 1.3%. Summon Henry Clay. Description. The Great Compromiser wheels and deals on your behalf for a fee. Required character rating. Picaroon Scourge. Elf Tier 0. Weasel Snot 1. Hogslop 0. Pie Filling 3. Attack Power. ... Spawn Elix levied 3,500. Sepulturitude. Description. Righteous fire of charisma consumes recipients, host, and all who surround in scathing cyclone of personal charm. Required character rating. Groom to the Haberdasher's daughter. Elf Tears 36. Weasel Snot 12. Hog Slop 18. Pie Filling 29. Attack Power 480,000. Dire Anima version 100%. The key turning into a gun is intentional game design. It's not a glitch, even if it's supposed to seem like one random guy in FAQ who isn't a character. Innocent. And maybe ASCII art is kind of annoying. Cheat code 1328. This is for that hard part with the four kingdoms that involves every trick of diplomacy you've learned on to this point. The kingdoms are not getting along, so Problem Sleuth has to negotiate a solution. This is barely related, but I remember finding somebody on Reddit who was obsessed with videos of pigs eating slop. They've been posting for like 8 years. That's at least it's not destructive. See part 54.3 and walk through for this. Also make sure you've sharpened the tetrix of the arbiter and have obtained the ink of squid pro quo. It will really help. People complain that it's basically impossible, but personally, I'd like to just use the allegiance mesh and get through it and not cheat. But if you don't have the time, you can use this code to get past it. 2E55GMOC 13CAPO32 FT4M88CZ. Print cheat code. This is what game FAQ is for. Cheat codes. The dot matrix printer prints out your code. 80. Go downstairs and check out swimming pool. Oh, I forget he's tiny. No, wait, no, this one's not the tiny one. Is he this tiny one? No, is it called? Oh, okay, wait, I gotta go back a little bit. I gotta remember what they're using the names for. Because I gotta go back and just go do this. Does it say something different when it's a tiny one? Or is it still just AD? I don't know. This is such an egregious Photoshop panel. Technically, they're all Photoshop panels because he draws in Photoshop. It is a luxurious above ground pool. It looks refreshing. It also appears to have a jacuzzi setting. It doesn't specify yet. 80 toss for Grunius horn in the pool. I cannot read, but now I don't have to read that ever again. Not taking any chances. You toss the horn in before you go for a dip. Next. Something comes out of the manhole over there. Other AD. Go down the street and grab the horn. Hmm. You put the Virginius horn in your inventory. AD. Go back up. Then go down to the office for other horns. Boom. Nice look. These are some nice casual moments going on. He's just backtracking, which is kind of like the least fun thing in any game to do, actually. So he's doing a lot of backtracking. You take the polished horn and the burnished horn from your office. Go to hot sauce still. It's sort of a pain in the ass getting around this place. Yeah. Make 5 alarm hot sauce. Hat. Yeah. You deposit the polished horn, the burnished horn, and the Fergunius horn into the still hatch. You retrieve the chipotle pepper from your hat and put that in as well. It will be a little while before it is ready. Go through mirror to look for NB. Now that's the tiny one. Okay. You turn the key and enter the portal. The small A stick follows you through. The candy mecha walks out the door for some reason. Next. You are surprised to find yourself as a giant hysterical dame. It causes you to feel slightly more hysterical. Small A stick is now a normal sized A stick. Okay. 80. Activate jacuzzi setting on pool. That's kind of a gross one. The pool begins to bubble vigorously. Next. Something appears in the sky above the manhole. NB investigate the portal nervously. Nervous bro. Her name, right? MK. Retrieve arms from dollhouse. You've already got your arms. Shit for brains. Grab brass knuckles. What are you gonna do? Oh, it's a oh fancy key. You're quite sure there are no brass knuckles on your desk. That space has clearly been reserved for the Megatron key. Megaton key. Megatron. God. Fuck Megatron's cool as shit. Get cheat code from printer. PI, do it. You retrieve the cheat code. PI, go to control room. Scary. There's a big mess in here. It looks like there was a fun puzzle that would have been really enjoyed. You would have really enjoyed solving, especially that Sudoku puzzle up there. Alas, to your eye, it has already been solved perfectly. It looks like your candy corn liquored up imaginary self is floating out there. You wonder what he wants. Imaginary PI, combat operandi, temporal replic, repli, re, replic simile. You split into two pickle inspectors. One of them disappears into the past, the other into the future. Damn. You peer in the past and enter the window to find A Stick struggling to solve a difficult puzzle. You think you could probably take a crack at it. In particular, that Sudoku puzzle is tickling your puzzle bone. Solve the puzzle. Solve the Sudoku. Absolute perfection. The rest of the puzzle should be a breeze. Kinda sucks at Sudoku. Beautiful. Dream girl. Okay. Pretty impolite. Huh. Little heart. Next. In a little while, you solve the rest of the puzzle, blowing yourself up in the process. The physical world can no longer sustain your imaginary body. This is getting kind of confusing. All these ideas are used in Homestuck, but you can tell that they're forming. Yeah. Forgot about the fucking. Uh, I guess it makes sense though. To, like use like old ideas from certain things, especially if like you want to evolve what you like to do. Oh, I forgot to check my propane level. I have to do that before after the stream. I gotta set a note for myself. Or I'll remember to check propane. I ran out of propane like early this month because my propane went out way faster than it normally does for like heating my house. And it's like interesting. I'm not 100% sure why it went out so fast. I'm a little worried why it did. I'm scared it's gonna go out again super fast. And if it does, it's gonna cost way too much money. Oh, oh. Maybe living in like a warmer state is more is nicer. It was minus like minus 50 or 60 this weekend. That was awful. Oh. Godhead Pickle Inspector thinks you should just relax and have fun and not worry too much about it. But if you need a refresher on what's actually going on with all these character duplicates and time bending shenanigans, he offers the scoop. There's still only one problem sleuth, who is off in some enchanted land sifting through a political crisis. There is one real pickle inspector and oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Uh, recap. Uh, oh, where was I at? I was at the pickle inspector part. This is miles better than either of the two Homestuck recaps. I enjoyed the Homestuck recaps, especially the longer ones. The long one. They're both actually they're both pretty long. Hmm. There's one real pickle inspector, and there were 8 imaginary pickle inspectors. All but 2 of them were killed, and one became GPI. The other one just split into 2, and one of those just went back in time and died. The other one went into the future, possibly to reappear sometime later. This means there is now one real pickle inspector in the present and one imaginary one in the future. There are 3A sticks for the following reasons. PS, AD, and PI each have a lady counterpart, in accordance with deep seated mythology that dictates that any man secretly wishes to have sex with a female version of himself. Re Alvin and Chipmunks, Mickey Such Mini, etc. That's a that's an interesting take on that. I don't think that's ever crossed my mind. I guess maybe this one could have. Huh. I guess it's what is it? What's the word? It's hyperbole. Nah. Yeah, hyperbole with a certain thing, but it's interesting. HD is PS's counterpart, and B is PI's, while AD is his own counterpart because he has a very poor imagination. So that's one duplicate AD. and one with a wig and helmet. Did Andrew Hussie before Andrew Hussie decided their gender was clown. Okay. Also, what does a clown? What does a clown gender dictate? What does he want to have sex with? That's a hmm, interesting. Play Cyclonial. Cyclonials. I want to play that actually. That is actually on a list. I'm curious. Seen some art of it and it looked interesting. Hmm. I could ask my. Maybe I'll ask someone after this a little bit. Also, a while ago, AD used a game code to restore an earlier state in the game. That earlier version of AD went through the storefront and out the music box and became small AD. Meanwhile, the present AD went about his business in the present. That makes three ace dicks. The normal one, the small one with the skull, though now normal sized, the girl one, who is not actually a girl. See, how hard was that? Oh, they're not. Okay. Okay, I guess I straight up needed this to tell me that they weren't a girl. I just kind of assumed that that the implication was they kind of were, but like they just didn't like fully look at like one. Definitely a good filler between Act 2 and 3 of Hive Swap. See, how hard was that? Himself. Okay. Something about Hive Swap Act 2 is like still bothering me. Like it feels like the direction for what they wanted to do with the first one has like changed a lot into Act 2. Of course, I guess it was a few years, right? During development even. Probably different leads changed, different ideas were tossed and like things are thrown. And I felt like different things were focused because you can't focus everything, right? That would lead to it just never getting done. And I'm kind of hoping that I guess like Haunt Switch, I guess would be the game. Focuses feels more like Act 1 of Hive Swap, but maybe I do have to get a little further into Act 2 because I do feel like they just need to get the ground rolling with ideas and things what they want to do. I felt like it lost some of the charm I guess it had. Oh, okay, I thought someone was coming where I'm at. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I stream in my living room. Uh, I'm in my living room, so anyone who like enters, my roommates enter, they go by, they go to the kitchen, they walk by. It just maybe I should move. I have missed that stream, but have you replayed it since? There's a lot of replayability and things change depending on the items you may or may not have. Says they, but yeah, I can only imagine being stuck with dude and damage shrinks the scope a lot. Um, I've replayed it a little bit, and I do want to go back and like check out more things on it. Like Act 1, that is. Act 2, I'm at the beginning still, right? Um, I guess or am I in the midway part now? I guess I'd be more towards the midway. Hmm. On Act 2. But it just feels like Act 2 is just like more of like hmm not whimsical, but it's a little different. A bit disjointed. I don't know if that's the right term I want to think. It feels like they're pacing certain it really just feels like there's certain things they're focusing more than what they were in Act 1. Like Joey's a cross-world adventure to get back on Earth and help Korean Lord Judas and Hunt switch in a small town with a cult. Like the way Act Two opens to me didn't feel like how they actually wanted to open the game. Kinda felt like yeah, it's I thought it seemed like they did want to open it a certain way, and Act Two at the start felt like that, but then suddenly they start wanting to introduce you and get through the game, so you get to what they want you to see more. I guess maybe the issue is the more character interaction. Maybe all the dialogue in individual characters talking versus like um Joey's internal monologue is less. Maybe that's the issue. Not the issue, the thing I'm noticing, and it makes me feel a little weird, is we get less of Joey's um thoughts internally. We get more like direct conversations with characters. They're just more characters. There's also the troubles of every act's development, but that's not a story I can leave in a live stream post. I'm wondering if we'll get to see Mom Lalonde and Bro Schreider. Okay, I could have them either one, or you can just have them dead. No, Pickle Inspector in the present enters the cheat code. Rarely bends around you. You feel as if you are about to skip a lot of really difficult and boring parts of the game. Let's go, PI. Next. Oh, what the fuck? Successful political negotiation. Problem Sleuth has penned in accord among the four kingdoms. Parades choke rural hamlets. Statues are wrecked. Peace prevails. It'd be crazy if they grew up in Hot Switch. Oh, I said copyright. View terms of the treaty with Adobe Treaty Viewer. No, that's not. That's literally at the cutoff point. Boom, boom. Oh, it's blurry. Shit. Okay, I'm about to zoom in way more. Okay. Huh. Uh, Whenever I see like treaty, I think of like Native American treaties because I'm like Native American, and like we learn about like certain Native American treaties, like ones pertaining to like my tribe, and it's like a little. I think it's just funny seeing treaties, kind of like interesting. Yeah. Articles 1 through 26, the Covenant of the League of Kingdoms, 27 to 30, boundaries of melon orcharding, 31 to 117, political clauses for Muddy Wallow's lands. 118 and 158, clown rights and interest outside pie filling vans. 59 to 213, military, naval, and air clauses. 214, 226, prisoners of war and graves. 227 and 230, penalties. 231, 247, reparations. 248, 263, elf egg clauses. That's interesting. 264, 312, porcine dignified clauses and rump sovereignty. I don't know that one. 313 and 320, aerial navigations. 319, 386, ports. Weasel snotways and filling pipelines. He sounds like old Roblox game names. 387, 389, labor, egg harvesting, produce, cultivation. When you say old Roblox game names, do you mean like old Roblox game names, or do you mean like like old-ish? Like Roblox is an old game. Guarantee. Oh, what was that? Oh, 400, 427. Procedure and motion for cessation of elf tears. 428, 433. Guarantees slapping caveats. 434 to 440. Miscellaneous provisions. Articles 1 through 26. This is what Homestuck is missing. This is what it's missing. I need like this except for all um all of the articles. Yeah, that is old Roblox. Yeah, that one is old. That is old. Oh, okay. Articles 126. 1 to 26. The Covenant of League of Kingdoms. Oh, okay, this is blurry as shit. The high contracting parties, in order to promote international cooperation and achieve international peace and security by the acceptance of obligations not to resort to war, by prescription of open, just, and honorable relations between kingdoms, by the firm establishment of understanding of international law as the actual rule of conduct among governments, and by the maintenance of justice and scrupulous, I can't read, respect for all treaty obligations in dealing organized people with one another agree to this covenant of the League of Kingdoms. Is this just the I believe this one called Beat the Lions and one was called Here, where the world was quiet. I just found fan art of the beta kids as bumps and I can't even link it. Shame. I always use the YouTube community page. I think I have that. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, something weird about the YouTube community page is I've seen some. So I am a large consumer of YouTube content, um, much more than your average person, and what is, I never really use the YouTube community page like in creators I follow, but I started looking at it more, and I didn't realize how many people actually do post in community pages on like YouTube channels, and you'll find some communities that like it's very active. It's like almost as active as like uh I guess like maybe an old forum is an easy way to say, just like a forum site. I guess Discord is what like everyone uses these days. But I I have Discord. I'm in some Discords. I don't really use Discord though, or really outside of like just talking to like three people. Hmm. I guess I'm into like some fighting game things. I discuss fighting game stuff in Discord. Hmm. Okay. The original members of the League of Kingdoms shall be those of the signatories which are named in the annex to this covenant, and also such of those other states named in the annex as shall accede without reservation to this covenant. Such accession shall be effected by the declaration deposited with the Clown Secretariat, Secretariat within 2 months of the coming into force of the covenant notice, and with conscription of 4,000 liters of pie filling to the Secretariat from states' shares of mutual filling reserve, subject to approvals and a authored witness of the Hog Pro Protetarian. Protetarian? That has to be a real word, right? Pro snout stamp and fully self-governing states, dominion, or colony not named in the annex may become a member of the league if its admission is agreed by 2/3 of the assembly, provided that it shall give effective guarantees of its sincere intention and effects regularly audited. Em- Emoluments to the Weasel King in increments of acceptably commured egg collateral. See Fair Egg Act, Article 251. Any member of the League may, after 2 years' notice of its intention to do, withdraw from the League, provided 2 years ain't that bad, provided that all its international obligations fulfilled at the time of its withdrawal, and its internationally regulated orcharding militias responsibly disbanded at the oversight of the Assistant Weasel Actuary. Article 2. The action of the League under this covenant shall be effected through the instrumentality of an assembly and of a council with permanent clown secretariat. Article 3. View Articles 240 to 263. Let's go. I knew which one, too, that I wanted to read. Articles 248 to 263. Elf Egg Clauses. Part 9. Article 248. Subject to such exception as the Alvin Reparation Commission may approve, a first charge upon the obrary asset. Oh wow, it's like I'm not wearing glasses. I gotta like squint to read this. Obrary assets and revenues of the Weaselistic Empire and its constituent constituent states shall be the cost of reparation and all other costs arising under the present treaty or any means, treaties or agreements supplementary thereto, arrangements for cessation of hostility concluded between Weaselistic and allied and associated powers during the Amitis or its extension shall hold contingent to the terms of commuted egg collateral, whereby agreed upon substitution egg shall back currency and comprehensive physical reserve of assembly under this covenant. Up to May 1st, 2009, the Weaselic government shall not export or dispose of and shall forbid the export or disposal of elf eggs without the previous approval of the Allied and Associated Powers acting through the Alvin Reparation Commission chaired by the preceding Apartic? Article 249. There shall be paid by turn that on. Okay. Cost of all armies of the Allied and Associated Governments in occupied Weaselic territory from the date of the signature of the Armistice of November 11th, 2007, including the keep of men and beasts, lodging, the billeting, pay and allowances, salaries and wages, bedding, heating, lighting, clothing, equipment, harness, and saddlery, armament, and rolling stock, rump ointments, alvin nesting supplies such as dry detritus, kindling. Is that actually just pronounced like that? Bundles. I don't know what YouTube would do to me if I try to pronounce that word. Pheasant down and hog slop. Brokered conciliation among hog slop supplies and alvin resellers and reparation of trade routes and in general the cost of all administrative or technical services, the working of which is necessary for the view Articles 214 to 226. Articles 214 to 226. Prisoners of war and graves. Section 1. Prisoners of war. Article 214. The repatriation of prisoners of war and interned civilians shall take place as soon as possible after the coming into force of the present treaty and shall be carried out with the greatest rapidity. Article 215. The repatriation of Weaselic prisoners of war and interned civilians shall, in accordance with Article 214, be carried out by a commission composed of representatives of the Allied and Associated Powers. The commission shall repatriate citizens as accorded by their government's reparation mandates, as covenants dignitary clauses shall specify. See porcine dignity clauses, Alvin agitation, normalization procedures under the Tier Preservation Act. Moratorium on Baker's rights violations as itemized in appendices drafted in accordance the Harlequin Emboldenment Trust, and all mandated whose actionable leverages shall be impacted through the updated Weasellic dossier citing the Melon Orchards Protected Sovereignty Act, Section 2, Graves. View Articles 264 to 312. Lower Side Dignity Clause of Rumpin Sovereignty, Part 10, Section 1. Hindquarters Regulations, Duties, and Restrictions. Article 264. Clown Kingdom and affiliated states undertake tenet of universally upheld signatory doctrine inscribing this truth. One and all rump shall be regarded as sovereign inviolable territory, which, if breached through aggressive instrument of unwelcome slap spank or such mischievous interface between palm and tender potion as outlined clearly, the swine decency annex within redrafted pork harassment compendium, compendium, this body shall be held in breath of this treaty's contractual bond. Article 265. Signature. Signatory. I can't read. Senators shall recognize the Clown Kingdom's inalienable right to satisfy slapping requirements and shall agree to strict concessions accommodating alleys rump-driven economy and culture in satisfaction of each 112 rump segregate acts. An appointed hog procurator shall select no fewer than 100 hogs who shall serve as rump segregates as rotated intervals of 7 months. A selection of suitably soft slapping gloves shall be presented to the procurator for approval and must be worn in oversight by the designated Alf something. The kingdom will not maintain or immune or something. This font isn't helping either. No, it is not. Okay. P.S. Okay, looks good. Present to His Highness. Oh. Oh, that hurt my eyes a little bit. Okay. What's his thoughts on it? His Majesty approves. The treaty is ratified by royal decree. All is well. Hell yeah. P.S. reaps spoils of diplomatic triumph. Oh, shit. Victorious moment. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination plus 38. Pulchritude well, plus 100. 1070. Vim plus 10. Problem Sleuth excelled to new rating. Gutsy customer. Problem Sleuth accrued battle technique level 10. Sleuth diplomacy. Problem Sleuth accrued battle technique fair shake. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination plus 45. Pulchritude plus 4520. Vim plus 13. Problem Sleuth excelled to new rating. Groom to the haberdasher's daughter. Problems with accrued battle technique, brass tacks. Problems with accrued combat operandi, sepultude. Ugh. The king dropped artifact. One royal chemistry set containing 100 drops of elf teals, 100 drops of weasel snot, 100 drops hog slop, 100 drops pie filling. One munitions bag containing 1,000 rounds handgun ammo, 10,000 rounds Tommy gun ammo, 100,000 rounds machine gun ammo, one battery pack, and one extension cord. Next. Oh, we're back. AD. Take skull to skull slot. Oh. Oh, wait, yeah. AD would know how to do. I think problem, yeah. My boy, Problems was a little confused on that one, if I remember. You head for the skull slots, but along the way to save time, you just drop it through the skylight for Problem Sleuth to pick up. Problem Sleuth's eyes his own skull with unease. You wonder why the skull seems so much smaller than your own head, but you're not about to get hung up on that detail. P.S. Add skulls to inventory. Oh, you pick up the skull along with the other stuff lying around, including the Tommy gun and the skylight, because hey, you might as well. You load the Tommy gun to capacity using the munitions bag. You plug the skylight into the battery pack. MK, make a crude pass at NB. You subject the skittish Prohibition era flapper to your vulgar overtures, making a number of unseemingly references to her swell set of glad rags and swanky pair of gams. You suggest in no uncertain terms she is the berries and the bee's knees all in one. Your advances go over like a lead balloon. Next. Oh my god. Enraged by the chilly reception, you give the gal a good shiner and remind her that there's still plenty of rum on Four Island. Jeez. Hysterical dame is not pleased by mobster Kingpin's treatment of her housemates. The brass knuckles are so heavy the desk breaks in half under their extreme weight. Damn. Lil AD, run to MK's dollhouse. You jerk around the You jerked around with that pool enough. It's time for action. You grab your romance novel and your box of chocolates and gear the fuck up for some hardcore fisticuffs. PI. Go through clown bust door. You go through the door once guarded by the clown bust. Next. It's a strange back room. There is a open safe. Violent noises are coming from that room. PI, check it out. Final boss. Oh shit. Horse feathers. These bearcats have claws. Mobster Kingpin takes no damage and remains impervious to all physical attack. P.S. Takes skull to slot. Fuck, that's right. All three skulls are in the appropriate slots. The double doors are unlocked. P.I. Open what appears to be cruise ship portholes. It's hard to see through the portholes. They do not appear to be receiving any power. MK wield brass knuckles. No. The Megaton key is too heavy to lift at your current BIM level. MK battle technique. Run in numbers. Oh. Oh. You roll the dice. As luck would have it, your BIM gauge maxes out. Oh my god, dude. Damn. Can't believe Vriska just semi copies this guy. MK aggress. No. Hysterical Dame is down for the count. Candy Mecha aggress. The small Muckaroo is a confectionery barrage. Mobster Kingpin takes a tasty brunt of it in his pie hole next. Blood sugar? Oh, it went up. Mobster Kingpin's blood sugar elevates slightly, making him briefly susceptible to physical attacks. Nervous Broad deals a blow for minor damage. Enraged, Mobster Kingpin picks up the dollhouse and gets rid of it. The door is blocked from the other side, so he has no choice but to throw it through the window. With quick thinking, the candy mech jumps into the pool first. Next. And he's the final boss. The mech lands hard on the street, causing major damage to surrounding buildings. The upper's window was knocked loose to the street below. The skylight window also appears to have loosened from concrete. Next. Hmm. The tall house tumbles to the sky. It lands on Candy Mecca. And you join the battle of the pool party. Oh. You're here for two things: to fucking ruin someone's shit and to play a friendly game of make believe. And you're all out of imagination. P.S. Go through double doors. Flip. The door is locked behind you permanently. Next. Down. The mob of Shirley thugs is there to welcome you. P.S. Throw dead thugs through the door for dramatic entrance. Man, you wish you thought that before you went in. That would have been so badass. Fuck. Swap hats with one of the thugs and sneak by undetected. Oh, they got him. You're predictably detected almost immediately and are socked right in the kisser in a very undetected way. You suffer a loss of 1 vitality carat from your pluck reliquary. You ask for your hat back. P.S. Combat operandi. Sepultude. That's pretty good. You prepare to unleash your most devastating attack. Thugs cower in mortification. But you decide not to bring that noise just yet. You just go with the sleuth diplomacy instead. PS level 2 sleuth diplomacy. Ooh, fuck. Damn. That's the fucking shit right there. You defeated Surly Thugs. The defeated Surly Thugs dropped 14,250 spondylix. You pick up the loot and progress to the next level. 80 pickup window and go through it. Go up. You grab the office window and skylight and head up to your office window. You leave behind Problem Sleuth's office window because it is just too damn heavy and cumbersome. You go to the skull slot room, and the doors unfortunately are locked. It will probably take about double your own considerable strength to bust through them. 80, feed MK some chocolates. Oh, they're getting them up. You lob a hand grenade at MK's mouth. His blood sugar levels rise again. Now is the ideal time to attack. I said AK because I play fighting games and I play Tekken in particular, and there's a guy called Armor King. You abbreviate by AK. Quick PI fire. What damage is he gonna do? No. Pickle Inspector sees the opportunity and draws his key. He takes careful aim, but suddenly becomes distracted by the enchanting lady over there. Her beauty is like nothing he's ever imagined. He accidentally shoots Ace Dick. No! Auto parry? Ace Dick completes a successful auto parry. He takes the bullet directly in the gut. It is an incredibly painful and debilitating wound. No. PI, you're fucking this up. Did he smack MK with a 2x4? Oh, wait. Is it like. Is it like. Okay. Okay. I have my hand some. Okay, I got my hand. Okay. I'm gonna just do that. I think it's this. Oh, okay. What was some hearts? That's the impact frame right there. You fan MK with juicy pages from your romance novel, dealing moderate damage. The florid tales fill MK's bosom with rhapsodic passions. His emotions level rises. The rising meter drains his imagination, pulchritude, and vim gauges. Oh. Problem Sleuth reaches level 2. You are confronted with a nasty pincer formation of thugs and two frightening beasts. It appears the supply of malefactors is being persistently replenished from a realm bridge through a sliding glass door. Thugs aggress. No. The thugs take you to task. The thugs take you to task with an array of bully truncheons and roustabout clubs. You lose a few more vitality carrots. Agitation in the configuration of your pluck requillery unsettles mysterious forces of communion from afar. Next, empathy, charm break. The circle dams. Empathy magpie begins to flap harder. She regains consciousness with an extra spring in her step. She's a few notches closer to maxing out her charm break meter. MK battle technique. Hit the mattresses. Oh. Your pulchritude stat surges. You'll need to rally your boys. This is all out war. MK combat operandi. Send in the clowns. Oh. No. Crit. A stick that kind of hurts my eyes. A stick absorbs the brunt of the outrageous honking, floppy shoot assault. Several gumption wafers are depleted from your grit ciborium. Report. 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 Hmm. Ostension drive. The other ace dicks report peacocks begin to squawk in a more shrill manner. Yai, get the hell out of Dodge. A little overwhelming in there, and all the commotion was starting to make you feel a bit disconcerted. There's a switch over there on the wall. You give it a askance. Askance? Ogle? 80 point the machine gun through the skylight. PS battle technique. Bad shake. Ooh. Ooh. You give equal consideration to both sides of the argument. Fuck. Damn. I actually didn't think of this one, like, at all. And this is, oh, but damn. Oh, shit. That's actually like, that's cool as shit. Oh. You have equal consideration to both sides of the arguments. Me? The thugs drop 16,500 spondylix, and the beast drop 2 cured fiend muttons. You pick up the spondylix and eat the muttons to restore your carrots. More thugs approach the sliding glass door. Next. Level 2. You simply close the door and lock it. The thugs cannot get in. P.S. Next time, be sure to throw some corpses in ahead of you. Cool shit. Yeah, new guy. You chuck some thug corpse into level 3 before making your entrance. Man, that was so cold blooded. The beasts, thugs, and hired muscle are probably thinking twice before fucking with you now. Against the wall is an elegant bare pair of French doors. 80. Join the other 80 at double doors. Looks like the still is percolating nicely. You go upstairs to join your doppely ally. P.S. Hire the hired muscle on to your side. Oh shit! You Levi. His asking fee 15,000 spondylix. He agrees. His brawn is at your disposal. Oh wow, the gang's all here. The thugs regrettably discover what it's like being on the wrong side of some good hard muscle. 80s. bust through doors. Your combined vim is sufficient for the task. AD headbutt impale mobster kingpin. Ooh. He's impervious to attacks again. Got to raise his blood sugar some more. AD chunk another grenade already. He auto parried it. No. Mobster Kingpin successfully auto parries. The chocolate ricochets off his massive head. It flies towards a ship porthole. PI ogles switch until it implodes with distraughtness. The idea is so silly. You can't take it very seriously. You just flip the switch instead. Next. Oh? Next. Hmm. Break. The grenade breaks through the port side red porthole. Next. Ooh! Chocolate finally emerges to the starboard side red porthole. The mobster Kingpin receives a well-traveled chocolate in his aghast yap. AD now headbutt and impale. No! Now that his blood sugar was compromised, you deal a fearsome blow with your business end of your wig. MK takes minor damage. AD is down for the count. No. Next. Ace Sticks arrived just a little too late for the rowdy rough and tumble action they craved. The hired muscle seems to have everything well in hand. He appears to have made use of the French doors for slicing beasts in half. He's collecting all the spoils as he operates, snatching up the prizes, spondylux, and muttons as they appear. Sleuth seems irked by this conduct, as it was not part of the implied operating agreement in his view. The muscle's diplomatic skills could obviously use some polish. Above the ace dicks, the report peacocks become even more vo- vociferous? Vocarious? Procyrus? I pronounced that one. Candy Mecha, walk through portal. The, the capricious machine enters the portal with the dollhouse on its back. Next. That's interesting. Etc. Next. The infinite number of geometrically downscaled Candy Mechas dump the infinite number of dollhouses on the floor. Candy Mecha leave. Fractal Prospectus. Accretion rate 4.1%. Hazard mark contained. Histogram. Very good. Remember, think small. Small like me, a bee. Avoid one-on-one duplications, which will lead to unwelcome 100% matter accretions, and you'll keep having a honey of a time. Damn, I messed that one up so bad. I'm sorry, everyone. The fractal prospectus opens automatically to warn you that fractaline matter / energy accretion has occurred. You appear to be well within the limits of safety at 4.1% accretion rate. The infant summation of Honeybee Professor seems pleased. He offers a sage pro tip on responsible refractal management. Yeah, flee up spiral staircase and ogle whatever awaits you. Fuck. Is that Ben Stiller from what's that movie? Tropic Thunder? Oh hell, it's another Stiller bust. You'd have to be incredibly strong to move it out of the way. He'll automatically ask Muscle to become permanent teammates. Despite his blunt tactics, you think the Muscle could have long-term value to the team. He he issues a volley of curmudgeonly epithets. His character does not appear to have any depth or lasting appeal. AD mount motorcycles. Oh shit. Fuck yes. This is one rude hog squad. Foes quake at the rumblings of your steel horses. P.S. This time throw chunks of beasts in ahead of you. You advance to the next level. The beast chunks were sort of heavy, so you could only throw one in ahead of you. You think it was still pretty cold blooded and intimidating, though. Standing in your path is Argus of the Undead, Morphlodryax of his Bone Guard mounts. He is flanked by two hired muscle. Against the wall is a beautiful and piously decorated stained glass window. Huh. Do a motorcycle attack. Ooh. Oh, shit. The cycles take out the muscle. The defeated muscles drop 2 savory brute steaks and 31,000 spondylooks. Licks. Candy mechas. Don't show pro tips. Fractal prospectus. Accretion rate 4.1%. Hazard mark contained. Very well. Be that way, asshole. Next. Hmm? The hired muscle is going for spondylooks, and the brute steaks. Morthal molests his brain stem with a doldrum flagellum. Flagellum. The hired muscle is now undead. His alignment is now indeterminate. P.S. Battle technique. Brass ticks. Oh. You levy the fee of 30,000 spondylooks and summon a trifecta of mystical warriors. The great masters of brass, buttermilk stubs, ramblin' Jacksons, and molasses fats. They're blind as a bat and full of piss and vinegar. Next. The trio gets down to business. The horn-based onslaught establishes moderate damage to the foes. The frightened zombie muscle flees upstairs. That's yeah, fair. Marvel battle technique, Gnostic taint. Pew pew. No. The Multhal drag shoots a lot of little skulls out of his skull. The jazz trifecta is afflicted with an undead curse and banished from the physical plane. Bone Guard mount aggress. The Mount Savage hooves flicks at problems with its unlucky mug. PS endures significant carrot loss. Next. Hysterical Dame's charm break meter is close to maxing out. Uh, oh, wait, I was trying to read this weird, wasn't I? Shit. And I was playing music last time. Wait, no. Oh my god. I knew something felt different. No. Okay. Wait. No. Not like this. Okay, okay. I need this music back. Okay. Okay, I got my music back. Oh, man. I can't believe I forgot this step. Was this the one I was listening to before? I think it was. Hysterical Dame. Hysterical Dame's charm break. Meter is close to maxing out. She experiences a surge in attack power. HD aggress. Ew. You scribble on the back of MK's head with a chainsaw. P.S. Level 5 sleuth diplomacy. Impromptu caucus. Oh. Oh, shit. Your allies weigh in on the matter. Oh, fuck. These are good ass panels. I did like nothing. Morthal is one hardy son of a bitch. It's going to take a hell of an attack to take him down. Next. Bickle Inspector has wandered back to the control room. There's a new window there which has captured his discerning ogle. BS. Time to bring out the noise. Sepulchitude. No, not yet. AD combat operandi. Belly of the whale. Ooh. Hurricane force winds drag debris indiscriminately into your mighty marine beast-like orifice. Nothing can withstand the suck of your awesome guts. MK battle technique. Extortion. Oh. MK turns the tables on you and horns in on your rackets. He nullifies the belly of the whale and sends that business right back at you. Next. Ace Dig is pulled into the mobster Kingpin's generous tummy. In an act of desperation, Ace yanks the pins on his final 2 chocolates. Next. The grenades detonate. All of your wafers have been depleted. Ace Dick is slain. Oh, the Grim Reaper. Death has been waiting for you. He has poured you some tea. Next. Oh. The report peacocks are flipping out. The ostentatious drive is at capacity. One of your most brutal attacks. There's a time for is available for a brief window of time. Ostation drive. Double truffle shuffle trouble. Ooh, shit. Double. Truffle. Shuffle. Trouble. Oh, that hurts the eyes. A tubby customer himself. Morthal is in awe of your synchronized jiggling bravado. Next. Morthal Triax has been slain handily. Next. Blood sugar. Ace's sugary martyrdom in MK's gut has spiked his blood sugar to a near critical level. It is an ideal time for dealing major damage. PI, drop window through other window. Downshow pro tips. The recently muted infinite summation honeybee professor does not appear pleased with where this is going. AD, throw a teacup at death. You are pissed off at death. You throw your tea in disgust, but you catch a whiff of it and it smells way too good to throw. What is that? Darjeeling God. It's delicious. You throw the saucer instead. PI, put honeybee professor through the window first. Oh, fuck. The professor is irate with your harebrained lack of discretion. You still can't hear his warnings, though. Downshow pro tips. Startled, you drop the window into itself, knocking the bee out. Next. Accretion rate 99.9%. Oh, I think my roommate's done, so I can do this now. Haha. The window appears to be stuck in itself, knotted into a strange multi-dimensional wreath. The accretion rate is at a dangerous level, but the degree of fractaline matter replication is in check due to the self-knotting structure. If any pressure was applied to the window, it would likely force a critical reaction. This is to be avoided. Next. Exhaling in relief, you accidentally hit a button in the control panel. Damn. Next. Fucking mean mug, or not mug, Sad mug. Oh. Been like the Beluther has been released from his black realm. Oh my god. Oh. It really is just pre-Homestuck. Oh, Pickle Inspector Sparkash has been depleted from his metal Samovar. Pickle Inspector is slain. Affinity. Murder Flux. Oh? Nervous Broad's Affinity Crow is flapping frantically. Her Murder Flux is fully charged. Chapter 11 of 22. Death ogles you. Delicious tea is politely offered. Death. Combat operandi. 2 lumps. Oh. Jigger is offered with aggressive courtesy. Death stirs the hot beverage with his scythe. This is incredibly disconcerting. AD and PI challenge Death to win back your lives. You throw it down hard. That's just how Team Sleuth rolls. Death is intrigued by the offer. Next. Oh shit. Oh. Death clicks his ballpoint scythe. Puff. Ace Dick slams his hat in disgust. Pickle Inspector rises boldly to the task. The Weasel King appears briefly to support and supplies PI with the mighty Tetrix of the Arbiter to even the score. PI asks Death where Honeybee Professor is. You're just curious. It seems he is busy pollinating the afterlife. Next. Yeah, we're going to very long if you want to finish tonight. I am not finishing tonight. I'm going to finish tomorrow. That's the play. And then finish Homestuck Sunday. Not Saturday, Sunday. That is the game plan. So I think I can make that work pretty easily. But I need to finish Problem Sleuth before Homestuck so I can be annoying about that. Because I'm already being annoying about it now. Oh. Oh my god. He turned his godhead. Next. Beluthu scales the Cathedral of Syndicate. Ascension. Next. Oh. I turned this back on. Repugnant languor flagella busts through the stained glass window. BS. Collect the loot and go up. The windows are too small. Falufu poses no threat. You calmly collect the brute stake and the 19,000 spondylix and proceed to the next level. Murder Flux, nervous breakdown. Oh? Your nerves are shot and you can't take it anymore. You console yourself with your teddy bear. You'll console everyone down with you if you have to. Next. Oh. Fuck, that's pretty good. This nervous broad is fucking beastin'. Jeez. Oh. Actually taking everyone down. MK takes serious damage. HD takes moderate collateral damage. The excursion has activated one of NB's more advanced nervous techs. Level 8. Case of the Vapors. Next. Oh. MK pushes her out the window. It's going to be a long fall. Next. Clemency. Like how the hell to birds now. Communal forces cause your clemency owl to hoot more empathetically. Your parliament uproar meter creeps up. Ascend to the hopefully final level. The muscle's been going ham up here. Well, okay, level 5 is sort of an odd number, but I guess this can be the last level. A horrific beast and his entourage of lesser beasts blocks the path. It appears the zombie muscle has already kickstarted the melee further into the room of his Death Star window. Thanks for telling me it was Death Star window. GPI finally regard crustacean. You're just not listening, are you? P.S. For the love of God, GPI, sepulturitude. No. ZM, battle technique, profane adulteration. No. Muscle gets the jump on dick. Violation ensues. Next. One of the aces is now undead. He joins the muscle in the rapacious picnicking. BS battle to neck. Summon Henry Clay. This is getting way out of hand. There's far too much discord in the political atmosphere. It is time to levy Mr. Clay's ask and fee and invoke the oratory skill of the great compromiser himself. Henry Clay. Battle technique. Pacify. Henry Clay, wow, I'm a huge fan. Could you ratify some treaties for me? Henry? Nar. Thought, Henry. Okay, not cool, just get out. Boots. Aww. Not by Kate Breton. The narrative continues to the delightfully charming Kate Breton style comic. Is this a bad link now? Okay, wait, I know this comic now. Okay, now I get it. Okay, I get like what that. Okay, I see who they are now. The beast and the zombie muscle have all been slain by the rampaging Kentucky senator. BS advanced further into a level. Sleuth explodes through the Death Star window, and embarrassment of moist, frisky flagellae writhe about the room. 80 battle technique. Level 2, torso flail. You become my torso flailing machine. Start whipping monster chum like it's going out of style. Red meat merely energizes Sleuth, making his moist flagellae all the friskier. Sleuth will fondle. Ooh. The tickling tendrils probe curiously for every nook and cranny they can find. It is beyond embarrassing. Next. Shamed. A-Stick leaves the battlefield and goes back downstairs. You are feeling flashbacks of fat kid's shames that even your hardiest truffle shuffle won't shake off. 80. Go by Falufel, granting him wide berth with a list of doing so. You slide past a gruesome foe, utilize a maneuver made famous by an early 90s rap star. Oh, fucking hammer time. BS, pick up shards of glass and put it in your inventory. Oh, hell no. Next. The wall behind you is infested with ethnic diversity and good cheer. Sleuth through level 977, disquieting blear. Plume. Sleuth treats you through a fearsome ogle of necrotizing fury. It is deflected off your shard of glass and hits the mural behind you. Next. The treacherous mob emerges from the artwork with a spring in their undead shuffle next. You are normally an advocate of diversity and strong sense of community, but this is one cultural rainbow you wish you would just go fuck off. Cultural rainbow, combat berendi, mob rule. The netherworldly town committee teaches you a hard way that racial harmony is everyone's business. Bespectacled wench, community outreach. The girl switch dishes sick civic service with her hag palm. Oh, the humanity. Next. Your charm break meter is maxed. You prepare for your ultimate attack, kiss of death. You can't pull the trigger yet. Gotta get his blood sugar up first. Zombie AD advance. Oh. It's the most hideous thing you've ever seen. A great edifice of stone made manifest the unholy triumvirate itself stiller. Wilson, Snoop, the dreaded Bowen Stilson dog. There's no way in hell anyone's going to move that thing. Dogs aggress. Auto parry. Zombie A-Stick successfully auto parries about 1,000 rounds through his soft, rotting frame. Bracka. P.S. Level 10 Sleuth the proc diplomacy. Cease fire. Next. Not one for violence, you opt for the diplomatic and motion for a laying down of arms. Next. Oh, shit. Next, get toot. Oh. I didn't realize he was built like this. How can they already kill him? They killed the other dead guy, I thought. Next. I guess he is dead. Oh. You did good. You did good. Sleuth has pried himself from the wall and carries the Death Star window around his back, sort of like a hermit grab. Can he make us mobilize? Oh, shit. The smaller fractal mech army rises to the occasion. They fly through MK's office window. Candy Mechas. Battle technique self-sacrifice. Next. Blood sugar max. Mobster Kingpin goes into diabetic shock. Charm break. Kiss of death. Ooh. Now. Bah. Ooh. Continuity grave. What's the dollhouse doing there again? Way to go, champ. Boom. Mobster Kingpin has been slain. Fallen more nervous manner. Declare you must do something about the case of the vapors next. Oh. Death is there to greet you, although he does seem preoccupied at the moment. Next. Oh. Pickle Inspector and Death are embroiled in an epic scrum. They duel in the match of Wizard Sudoku. Death charges with his jousting scythe. Next. This is incredibly silly. Next. A-Stick is pinned in a poor strategic position. Keybird razzes you with his flagrant and impertinence. Next. His Death is distracted. You surreptitiously tiptoe out the afterlife. Oh, you cheating ass. HD frisk MK's body for valuables. His portly body provides a generous frisking canvas. You could be here for a while. A plump hand comes to life and squeezes your neck. Combat Brenti. Insulin shot. Oh, holy shit. What's a final boss without like a second phase, I guess. MK's health is restored and his blood sugar has been reduced to 0. MK summoned Wildford Brimler. Oh. You invoke the ruddy, cheerless spirit of your great patron spirit, Wilford Brimley. His crippling diabetic dysfunction is barely concealed beneath his fat, mustachioed mug. It looks like someone just shit in his dinner, and he's none the pleased. Jojo Stan, man. MK Combat Urban Die Type 2 Diabetes down. Damn. The Brimley Geist merges with your aura and gives the bum rush to the feisty Jane. Put a bruise on that tomato, see? Next. Damn. Hysterical Dame is out cold. Mopsa Kingpin closes the door to his safe. Next. Your clemency owl is hooting up a storm. Your parliament uproar is cranked, briefly unlocking one of your most lethal attacks, trusty knives. Bluthul's flagella look like they just got a little moister. AD, check on hot sauce still. Things are seriously a rumbling in the still room. Parliament uproar, trusty knives. Oh. You didn't have your trusty knife. If you didn't have your trusty knives, you think he'd slit your wrists. Oh, he wears like a wife beater under that? Huh. Ciao. Neck. Neck. Boom. 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 Fuck. It's just the same fucking thing. P.S. Target the plug. Don't forget your witty one-liner. Sleuth roll. After one of your inspired sleuth rolls, you drop your cold-blooded line which you spent the last few minutes thinking up. Hate to cut and run. Next. Beluthu has been slain. Next. Not as strong as you'd think. Oh, get the hell out of there. P.S. Victory dance. Ooh. Ooh. Shit. Killing it. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination plus 103. Pulchritude plus 16,390. Vim plus 2. Problem Sleuth excelled to a new rating. Candy Gumshoe. Problem Sleuth accrued battle technique level 25. Sleuth diplomacy. Problem Sleuth accrued a battle technique level 9. Unconditional surrender. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination plus 181. Pulchritude plus 2. 20,020. Vim plus 1. Problem Sleuth excelled to new rating. Suitor of Soda Jerks Confidante. Problem Sleuth accrued combat operandi. Armistrix. Problem Sleuth perfected his gambit. Schema Candy Corn Vampire. Fuck, that's style right there. MK battle technique. Hooshed up bootlegger. Boom. Oh, fuck. A savvy mug like you is sure to stash his hard-earned cabbage in gin, miles, and rum running. You're never without supply. You imbibe a great volume of sugar-free candy liquor. Your imagination soars. MK built for the desk. Next. You are halted in your tracks by a sight of a repellent bone. You know, wait. Ah. I was like thinking stuff like after the fact. I could have like did like this. If I add like where would it be? What would it be? Would it be one of these? Oh, I guess I don't have one. I guess I would have had to find one of these, but oh well. Next time I'll think about something like a filter. Oh, I actually need to get a loot. Okay, that's interesting. It's actually a color grade. Oh, that's kind of cool. There we go. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you can't really see this one. Yeah, I could have found like some fun things to do. Next time I could have fun that way. Oh. You're halted in your tracks by a set of repellent brown Stilson dog. It looks like this is the end of the road. Next. Rumble, rumble, boom. Oh. The blast shelves up the dumb waiter shaft. Bone Stilson dog has been destroyed. P.S. Rebuild Bone Stilson dog. No. There's no hope. Sorry, you have to know when to let go. Check aftermath of still explosion. The 5-alarm hot sauce is ready. The juice sure looks like it packs a wallop. P.S. Lady, open MK's door. Enter. You are a little too late. A mobster kingpin is safely tucked away in his fort. He's quite obviously impervious to all physical attacks in there. You'll have to find another way to get to him. Yes, AD, enter safe room. Someone has beaten the tar out of this fair dame. You wonder what sort of monster would lay his mitts on such a classy looking skirt. Your blood boils. Yes, AD, go up. The path is blocked. You need an awful strong fellow to bust through this obstacle. AD, drink sauce. You ladle the potent condiment from its basin with your trusty hat. It has a funny taste. You can't put your finger on it, but if you had to describe it, you would say it has the flavor of intense pain. Next. Oh. An incredible transmutation takes place. Next. That's okay. A-Stick becomes Fiesta A-Stick. Your Vim reaches its full potential. MK descend to demonhood. Jeez. You can now descend into the sky because the universe is not upside down. Next. On his way back up, Fiesta A-Stick inverts the stained glass window to test his awesome strength. Next. MK descend to demonhood. FAD, get bust out of there. Andale, andale. Arriba. I can't roll my tongue. You put your normal hat back on because you think this silly ethnic shit is probably going to get really old really fast. You lose the poncho too. Next. You send your bratwurst fingered fist bustward, obliterating it. It was full of candy, sort of like a piñata. Your sleuth comrades instinctively dive for the treats. The ethnic connotation rears its ugly head and makes you a little hot under the collar. Next. MK continues to descend in the upside down manner. PS FAD ZAD advance. What was ZAD? Oh, zombie. I'm trying to think what that one was. Yeah, they're zombies. You're enraged to find Wilson bus blocking your path this time. There's a Captain Sexton on the floor there. It appears to be missing its telescope. FAD wail on Wilson bust. It's full of more candy, mostly fun-sized Snickers and 3 Musketeer bars. Also, a couple of coveted salted melons. PS FAD ZAD advance. Dex. Dick. There are the stairs to the desk. Fiesta 8 pushes on the trap door. There's some resistance from above. Something is blocking it. Probably nothing your ripped pair of sauce-rated guns can't handle. Cutscene. Oh. Oh? Damn, that's good. That's good as shit. The fucking 3 fans add so much to this. FAD opened the trap door. Time is it? 2:09. Okay. Your brawn sends Captain Snoop skyward. No! Fuck, you can see the door too. Brawn sends Captain Snoop skyward. Up the deck. It's Mobster Kingpin's ship, the Chicago Overcoats. Backthorn of the imaginary skies. Next. You suddenly remember the universe is upside down. The A-sticks fall into the sky. The problem sleuth grabs hold of the steering wheel next. Oh, great. Here comes MK descending his ass and off like a motherfucker. You gotta think of a way to right this ship fast. PS climb the steering wheel. With a depth motion, you swoop right, wrong, side up to the face wheel next. Strange light emanates from the wheel. Next. Oh shit, there he is. Navigation viewfinder activates. PS turn wheel, capsizing the boat upright. It does not have the intended effects, but the consequence is roughly the same. Instead of righting the ship, capsize the whole universe. I have an irrelevant thought. Actually, I'm gonna think of this one later. Zombie and Fiesta Ace fall back to the deck. Admiral Sleuth decides to call this the Ace deck because he thinks it sounds clever. He also thinks he should be referred to as Admiral Sleuth, if only for a little while. Captain Snoop falls back down and crushes one of the propulsion fans. MK's now technically ascending from the carried over momentum of his previous descent. Demonhood is imminent. NB land already. Oh? Oh. What a fucking guy. You would nervously land already, but future Pickle Inspector appears to intercept you. You wonder why. Who's this tall, brawny fella? Pause. Unpause. MK's indecent ascension is nearly complete. Next. Oh. Boss battle. Huh. Oh. Okay. This is about the halfway mark, huh? I guess a little over halfway. Feels like a pretty alright spot to stop, actually. Yeah, actually. Yeah, yeah, this was a good spot to stop. The new chapter 13. Well, I could read another couple no, this feels like a really good spot to stop. I don't think I'll want to stop after I start reading this now. Okay. Yeah, a little shorter than normal stream, I guess. Admittedly, the normal stream has become my normal stream has not been the length I've ever intended it to be in reality. My normal stream length is always supposed to be 2 hours or 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is supposed to be on the long end of my intention was, but my average stream is what, 3 hours long, 3.5 hours long. Things just things got too interesting. Huh. So I guess tomorrow, I finish Problem Sleuth, that'll probably be a longer stream. But I don't have to go to work early on Thursday. I do have to go to work early tomorrow. I have to get some stuff like set up. I gotta like make posters like with a printer and like make sure everything's working. And this printer kind of like sucks. I don't know if you've like you ever had to deal with like printers, but printers are awful. They just they're just terrible to work with. They break, but they break, but they do work. Printers do work very well if they are used what they say, but usually end up kind of like not really fully doing that, or they just cost a lot for what they're worth. Um, hmm. Does this work right now? Oh, that's the wrong one. Is this the one? Oh, this is it. Okay. I need to fix like how much the mouth opens when I talk. Yeah. I gotta set up more shortcuts and more thingy majigs. But I think this is the formally off Problem Sleuth. Finish Problem Sleuth tomorrow. About I will start on time tomorrow, not like 50 minutes later, like normal. Um so this actually would have been like 2.5 hours into the stream if I would have started the normal time, right? So not too far off. I did start 50 minutes late. I did not get home at the normal time. I got home like 5-10 minutes before stream. I think it was like 5. So I'm gonna get off here and I gotta cook food. I didn't eat. Good luck with all the sleuth and try. Do I need luck? No. Move the cart out the way. So, prom sleuth tomorrow. Friday, continuing Hive Swap Act 2. It's on the what part am I at? I'm at the part with the court case about the start. Gotta get the evidence and find the stuff or whatever. And then Sunday, did finish Homestuck. And then I guess after I finish Homestuck, I'll discuss kind of like what the idea is. What the idea is to take a break from Homestuck like official material for a little bit while I build more thoughts on Homestuck. I want to kind of have certain things down before I introduce more variables that affect my opinion. And Okay, I guess I haven't I know I did mention never I'll say I haven't mentioned Vriska this stream, but I did mention her earlier when they rolled the dice. So, okay, yeah. And that's the yeah, I think that's everything. So this will be the actual end of the stream. Okay. Um, for reals, thanks for stopping by and uh, bye.